Stingray Music.
Hello everyone and welcome inside of the Rogers studio for another episode of Attack Rap. I'm your host Matt Sanderson and we have two very special guests inside the studio tonight. We're going to have Matt Struthers and Aidan Dudas in studio with us in just a little bit, but like we usually do, let's take a look at what's going on around the Ontario Hockey League. And we'll start with the OHL On the Run Player of the Week. And it comes from the Ottawa 67s. Mitchell Holscher played very, very good this week. He's got 53 points on the year on an already loaded 67 squad. He's a plus 34 on the season. He had 5 goals and 3 assists in 8 points in 3 games. 20-year-old from Elora, Ontario, already was drafted by the New Jersey Devils 6th round of 2018, and obviously playing very, very well down the stretch right now for his 67s club. We'll go over to the Huron Tractor Player of the Week, and it's rookie Denny Gore, who's starting to put together a very good rookie campaign for himself. 17 points on the season, 7 goals, 10 assists through 43 games. He had 1 goal and 1 assist in 3 games, 2 points over that span, a plus 3 on the weekend. You've got he was the second star in the Monday night game, last night's game against the Oshawa Generals. We'll go over to OHL scoring now. As we flip over there, Marco Rossi leading the way right now, 78 points on the season for him. Then you've got Cole Perfetti behind him with Philip Tomasino with 72, Connor McMichael with 71, and then Arthur Kaliev alone in 5th place with 69 points. Then you have Pavel Gogolev and Quentin Byfield, both with 67. You have Brett Newman with 63, Sean Jostling with 62, and Noel Hoffenmeyer from the Ottawa 67s with 60 points on the season right now. And we'll go over to attack scoring. Sergei Popov leading the way there, 45 points on the year for him, doing very, very well in the assist category, 36 on the year for him. Brady Lyle just 2 back of him with 43. Then you've got Barrett Kerwin, Matt Struthers, and Aidan Dudas as well. Adam McMaster with 29 points, 14 goals, 15 assists. Caleb Pearson, he's got 26 points on the season. Matt Phillip and Carter Robertson both with 25. And Andrew Parrott with 18 points. We'll go over to the standings now, starting in the Western Conference. The Owen Sound Attack sitting in that 7th place spot right now, 2 back of the surging Flint Firebirds. They're only 1 point back of the Guelph Storm in 5th place. So really a logjam between 5 all the way down to 9, really 7 points separating 5th from 9th. Now, the top 4 teams, a little bit of a different story, a little bit more separation there, but they are close. There's only 4 points separating the London Knights and the Kitchener Rangers from each other. You've got the Spitfires and the Saginaw Spirit playing very well, as also the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds and the Sarnia Sting round out your top 10 there. We'll go over to the Eastern Conference now. As we switch over to the East, the Ottawa 67s kind of running away with things, 68 points on the season. The closest team to them is the Peterborough Petes with 59 points. The Sudbury Wolves in that mix with 45 as they lead their division. The Oshawa Generals, 49 points on the year, picking up 2 big points last night against the Owen Sound Attack. The Mississauga Steelheads with 41. They started to kind of come around a little bit in the second half of the season. The Hamilton Bulldogs holding on to that 6th spot right alone. A little bit of a cushion between them and Niagara. 3 points separate them. And then you've got the Barrie Colts in 8th place. And then the Kingston Frontenacs. Look out for them because they are only 6 points back of the Barrie Colts for that 8th and final playoff spot with 30 points. And then the North Bay Battalion, they have 22 points on the season there. We'll go over to CHL team of the week. And we'll start with the forwards first. It's Zane Franklin from Kamloops. He's got 10 points in 4 games. Mitchell Holscher, who we already talked about, 8 points in 3 games with the Ottawa 67s. And then you've got Luke Henman from Blainville. I'm not even going to try there. I'm going to just skip right over that one. 7 points in 2 games there in the QMJHL for him. The defense, you've got Max Martin from Kamloops. He's got 8 points in 4. Noel Hoffenmeyer from the 67s, 6 points in 3 games. And then you've got Yuri Patera from Brandon. He played very, very well. 2-0 over this week. 981 save percentage. 0.05 goals against, or 0.50 goals against average. So unreal play for him. We'll go over to the upcoming games now for the Owen Sound Attack. Wednesday, January the 22nd, tomorrow, a big Western Conference game against the Sarnia Sting. They will be at the Bayshore tomorrow night, and then the Attack find themselves on the road Friday and Saturday into Erie for 2 very big points in that one as well. 2 very big games, I should say. And then Friday, January the 31st, away in Kitchener, and then back home on Saturday, February 1st to take on the Windsor Spitfires. And then you have Niagara, Erie, Hamilton at Guelph, and then home to Peterborough to round out all the way until the 15th of February. So for the Attack, obviously this week is a very crucial week. I'm pretty sure that the coaching staff has alluded to that, to these guys saying, hey, you know what, we've got teams behind us that we really need to beat. So this will be a big week for the Owen Sound Attack there. We encourage you to call in if you don't already know. Our number has changed to call in. So it's 519-270-1382. And we really encourage you, call in. You have the opportunity to win some tickets for trivia that we will give out tonight. And you can ask these guys any questions that you may have as well. This is the opportunity. You got what Aidan Dudas says, one of the best looking guys in the CHL in Matt Struthers, along with a gold medalist of Aidan Dudas here in studio with us. So should be a good one tonight. Should be a fun one. So we encourage you to stay with us. Still a lot more on the other side of the break. You can also tweet me at @MattSanderson32 if you want to, maybe you can't get to a phone, you just want to quickly tweet it out to me. You're more than welcome to do that as well. So stay with us. We still have a lot more on the other side of the break here on Attack.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Add some to your life.
Let's go.
CTV Sci-Fi Channel free preview is on.
I'm bringing the party to you.
The hell are you doing out here, Picard? Saving the galaxy.
Fancy a trip in the box?
The crisis has begun.
I am attempting to save the multiverse.
Explore our universe.
Engage.
CTV Sci-Fi Channel free preview on now.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and RogersTV.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to RogersTV.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina of Homebodies Fitness. Join me for your at-home fitness routine. Let's all get fit together. only on Rogers TV, Homebodies Fitness.
Welcome back, everybody, inside of the Rogers studio. Another episode of Attack Wrap. As I already alluded to, we've got Aidan Dudas and Matt Struthers in studio with us tonight. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. So, Aidan, this is a little different. You usually have your partner in crime of Dalen Grew in studio with you, but Matt Struthers is going to have to fill in. You got some big shoes to fill, Matt.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. I mean, he likes him like a lot better than he likes me, but I'm just hoping I can do a great job.
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, you guys no stranger to the camera here for Attack Wrap. We'll jump right into things. 2020's been a pretty decent start for you guys. You're 5-1, 0-1 throughout your 7 games that you've played. Matt, tell us a little bit about maybe the start for the season, or start for this 2020 calendar year, and you guys find yourselves kind of going up a little bit in the standings.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to get on a bit of a streak to start 2020. Like you said, I think we've done a pretty good job of that. I think the biggest thing for us is consistency. Once we can kind of start, stringing some wins together and chasing some of the teams ahead of us in the standings, I think that'll go a long way, and we want to position ourselves well to, obviously, 1, get in the playoffs, and 2, position ourselves well the best we can for when it starts.
All right, so we've got some highlights that we want to show here before we go to the highlights. So we'll talk a little bit about the Barrie game on last Wednesday. Aidan, obviously a big game for you guys to be able to knock off the Colts. It's kind of one of those games where they really had the number of you guys throughout the season. I think they had won up to that point 3 of 4 meetings or something like that. How important was a game like that for you guys to be able to kind of get back into the win column and continue up the standings?
I think every game's important, but obviously to get back in the win column is huge for us. But I don't think it doesn't matter who we're playing. Every game's kind of must win for us right now. So. It doesn't matter if it's Barrie or Ottawa. We got to go into with the mindset that we need to win.
All right, so without further ado, let's show you the highlights from last Wednesday's game against the Barrie Colts.
To his knees. Struthers comes in trying to help, but the Colts come away with it. Here's Cardwell. He was onside as he got into the zone. Shot by Vierling, scores! Evan Vierling steps into the zone and blasts it home. 1-0 for the Colts. A little slow to get up in front of the goal. Kerwin lost it, then he blocks the Cameron clearing attempt. Struthers across now to Lyle. Lyle walking in with a shot, he scores! Brady Lyle picks the corner, and the Attack tie the game. In the OHL at 36.2, only Mississauga has fired more. Pearson going into the corner for Szymanski. Szymanski thought about coming out on the short side. He is wrapped up. Fighting through a check. Pearson a shot. Saved by Grease. Rebound. Scores! Sergei Popov on the rebound. And Owen Sound has their first lead of the game. Jason Wilms, a fine leader for the Barrie Colts. And
that's 68 games in the middle of the ice, the hardest spot to play. And I always have an appreciation for guys who come in for other teams who spent a year in Junior C, worked their way up through the ranks to get to the OHL before they're 19, 20 years old and have an impact like he did.
There's a chance, scores! Caleb Lawrence! As you said, John has not returned. Hill's shot is blocked and Phillip chips it by him, and Phillip will look to turn on the Jets. Here's Matt Phillip. Battling to the goal, he scores! What an effort from Matt Phillip! End to end to the back of the net, and it's 4-1. Turn back to home ice, and they pick up 2 points with a 4-1 win over the Barrie Colts. 4 different goal scorers, 29 saves from Matt Guzda, and the Attack now have 19 wins on the season, 44 points, and they move into a tie with the Erie Otters for 7th in the Western Conference.
So as play-by-play man Mark McKelvey alluded to, there are 4 different goal scorers. Aidan, you being the captain out there, how nice is it to see kind of the all-around effort coming from everybody, even from a guy like Caleb Lawrence, who's starting to get his feet wet a little bit more here in the OHL?
Yeah, it's obviously nice to have depth in a lineup, and I think we have that really well here in Owen Sound. We got 4 lines, and 60 every night that can score and make plays. So it's obviously nice to get contribution from everyone in the lineup.
Matt, when you look at a guy like Matt Phillip, who's a fellow overager such as yourself, and that the whole effort that he had there, blocking the puck and then coming off the rush there to be able to jump in front, is that just for you guys just another kind of effort that you see from Matt Phillip just night in and night out?
Yeah, I mean, Phil works really hard. He's a leader on and off the ice. I think someone the young guys can really look up to. He doesn't even have to say much just by the way he plays. I mean, he works so hard every shift. And I think that goal was a direct example of his hard work paying off. And I think he's got 17 goals this year, career high for him. So we're really happy for him, and he's been a great addition so far.
All right, so you go from Barrie over to in Guelph on Friday. Let's show you the highlights from the Storm game on Friday night.
He works it back to Popov and now Perry. Robertson back with a new twig as it's clear over top of the net. Scores!
That's an odd one, boy. The shot was well wide of the net, came off the glass, carried him to the side of the net, and somehow found its way in for the first.
Some help there, he left it for Aidan Dudas. Dudas cutting in, shot, scores! Short-handed goal, Aidan Dudas, and a nifty-looking play it was.
17:30, the time of the short-handed goal.
Here's Bakanov. His shot, Matt Guzda standing firm in the net. Now it bounces off a man. Skating ahead, it's Denny Gore in the clear. Gore makes the move to center. Gogolev maneuvering in there. Gogolev continues on. Centering in front for Hillis. Save made by Matt Guzda off Captain Cam, and what a stop that was. Far side, Popov. Fed across. Struthers scores! Nice goal there for Struthers as he makes it 3-0. He maneuvers back left wing side. Low shot kicked away by Guzda. Rebound. Hillis got the shot away, and Guzda equal to that task as well. And it's bumped by Kofaka. In by Robertson, knocked down in front. Save made, scores! Coming back to get that one is Adam McMaster, as he was Johnny on the spot. Kofaka for Roach. Maneuvering in, low shot kicked away, rebound, scores! Dying seconds. Chalk it up as a win for the Owen Sound attack. A nice road victory, 4-1, as they work very hard and earn this one.
Yeah, nice road victory. It was most certainly another 4-1 victory. Aidan, coaching staff always preaching 60 minutes night in and night out. Another all-around effort there, another good 60 minutes.
Yeah, it was a great game for us, and I think Guzda played really well. It's tough he didn't get the shutout that he deserved, but he played really, really well, and obviously we put in 4 goals. So any chance that any game that we put up 4 goals, it's a game where we can have a chance to win. So.
Matt, obviously one of the big things for you guys this season that you have battled through is that second period. It's been really tough, but you guys kind of really stuck to the game plan, obviously, and came out with a good second period. Overall, a good third period as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the second period's a little bit tougher. You have the long change, but I've only been here for about 20 games or so. I haven't seen the whole season of the bad second periods, but from what I've seen and since I've been here, I thought we've done a pretty good job of holding the other team intact, and because generally our first and thirds are pretty good, and if we can have a good second, it'll go a long way.
Aidan, a guy like Matt Guzda obviously getting a heavy workload this season, and rightfully so, #1 netminder. Tell us a little bit about how important it is for you guys to have a guy like him there between the pipes, who's just a consistent netminder for you guys, and you guys are confident in.
Yeah, we're really confident in him. Every game he shows up and does what he needs to do for us to come out with a win. As long as we can play well in front of him and obviously score some goals and help him obviously play good defensively as well. But yeah, we have a lot of confidence in him, and every night we're excited when he's in the net, and it's it's a good chance for us to get the win.
All right, so because of the cancellation of the game from Saturday to Monday night, the Oshawa Generals were in town last night. Matt Guzda actually got the rest, and Nick Chenard was between the pipes. Let's take a look at that game.
Making his way towards the middle, floats a shot. That one hit Caleb Lawrence in the back. So Owen Sound's had 3 lines out there now before the Generals have been able to change. Phillip to Lyle. Lyle in front. They score! Adam McMaster puts it home, and it's a great start for the attack. Shut down, it's banked out. Dudas reeled it in, but Tomasino will pry it away. Newman's in front. Tomasino gets it in front. They score! Brett Newman keeps the hot streak going, and the Generals tie the game. Now Denny Gore with control. Owen Sound coming up ice in transition. Here is Denny Gore, the rookie, coming in with a shot. He scores! Denny Gore makes it 2-1. Robertson open, pop-off down low. Robertson holding on to it. And as he chips it back, out of the box is Tomasino. He sprung for the breakaway. Tomasino coming in, he scores! Phillip Tomasino from the penalty box to the back of the net. The game is tied. Couldn't bring it in cleanly, so he goes back to Chibrikov, and Chibrikov gets some room to skate. Goes to Gore. Gore for Burrows. Shot, scores! Chibrikov going to the net, redirects it home. And just like that, Owen Sound takes back the lead. Backhand. Generals changing. McKinney didn't go off. He provides the lone forecheck. Gets some new line mates. Owen Sound coughs it up. Harrison passes it. McLean saved. No, it got through. Chenard got a lot of it, but not enough. And the captain, Kyle McLean, has tied the game once again. Digging away is Newman. He pulls the puck free, wraps it around in front. Tomasino scores. And with just 10 seconds to go in period number 2, the Generals have their first lead of the game. 10-2. Owen Sound still got 40 seconds of power play time to work with. Tulio's clearing attempt kept in. Struthers over to Lyle. Lyle getting a shot off. Scores! Brady Lyle on the power play. And McMaster for Phillip. Phillip, the shot, and the save is made by Papasakis. McMaster got run into behind the play. Temporary 5-on-3 for the Generals. Into the zone, Tomasino down low, they score! McShane puts it home, and the Generals are in front once again. Oh, the buzzer sounds, and the Oshawa Generals come into the base shore, and they'll head home with 2 points.
So obviously not the way that you guys wanted it to play out. Really a back and forth game. Matt, what were you guys seeing really from your end, from the relentless Generals?
Yeah, I think you can win yourself some games and lose yourself some games, and I thought we kind of lost that game ourselves. We played pretty strong. They played pretty strong. It was a tight game, but too many mistakes, and that'll cost you in this league, and it cost us last night.
All right, so let's go and throw out our first trivia question for tonight. Let's try to funnel these tickets out of here. We'll bring it up, producer Mark Perry. How many points did Aidan Dudas get in the World Juniors? That's what we're asking. So if you're following Dudas throughout the World Juniors, you probably would know that. Give you a heads up. Go on Elite Prospects and you'll probably see it there. So, speaking of World Juniors, Aidan, obviously you're pretty happy to come back to Owen Sound with a gold medal. Tell us all about your experience there, and certainly one that you'll never forget.
Yeah, it was an incredible experience for me, and the rest of Team Canada. That goes through all the players and the coaches and all the staff members as well, and. It was an incredible experience, and something I won't ever forget. And obviously, topping it off with a gold medal is incredible. And not many words can describe the feeling that I had when we won.
So you guys go into the gold medal game. You know it's against the Russians, a team that really pumped you a couple games beforehand. What was really the message before that game saying, you know what, guys, we got to come out here and let this be a different hockey game?
Yeah, I think the first time we played Russia, it kind of brought us back down to earth a little bit. We had a really good game against USA to start off the tournament, and I think we got a little bit too high. And I think losing to Russia that second game was big for us, and made us realize that it's not going to be a cakewalk. And going into the finals against Russia, we knew we had to keep playing the way we were playing, and obviously they're a great team. They have big, strong, fast guys, so we had to play the right way and play smart all over the ice because any mistakes that you make, it can end up in the back of our net. So it was a good, hard-fought game for both teams, but we end up with the win.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll get back to you in a second here. We do have Roger on the phone with us. Roger, how are you tonight?
Good.
Roger, do you have the answer to our trivia question?
Yes.
What would that be?
2.
Yeah, that's
boy, Roger.
2 points is what Aidan Dudas got in 7 games. Oh, he also got 2 penalty minutes as well. Let's throw that one in there too. So congratulations, Roger. You won a pair of tickets to tomorrow night's game against the Sarnia Sting. Do you have any questions for these guys?
No.
Okay.
Come on, Raj.
Thanks a lot, Roger, for calling in. Appreciate it. All right, so you realize that you've just won the gold medal, and obviously head coach Alan Letang's down there with you. What was it like being able to celebrate it with him?
Yeah, it was really nice. I remember he came down onto the ice, and I gave him a big bear hug, and it was pretty cool to kind of share those feelings with him. And obviously he was so excited as well. And yeah, I don't really even remember a lot from that time. It was kind of all a blur.
For sure.
But it's really cool to have someone there from the attack organization with me, and it was great.
Tell us, obviously you knew your role coming into the game, coming into the tournament. Tell us a little bit about that role. Obviously your line, you had enough confidence from the coaching staff to be able to really start you after that.
Yeah, I think playing for Team Canada, you got to identify your role and play with your role. It's not a full season, so guys don't move up and down the lineup very much. It's kind of set in stone. And I think going into the tournament, I knew that I was going to be a bottom 6 player or a bottom 6 forward, and someone that could be relied upon on the penalty kill. And I tried to do that to my best the best of my abilities, and I thought I did pretty well in that role.
Absolutely. All right, so we do only have a couple more minutes here because we got rid of the first pair of tickets so quickly. We'll throw out our next trivia question, obviously about Matt Struthers here. Matt Struthers played 5 games in the AHL in the 18-19 season. What team did he play for? That's what we're looking for. If we can get that answer from you, you win a pair of tickets. I believe that's going to be to also to tomorrow night as well. So we want to fill up those tickets very quickly. Stay with us. We still have a lot more on the other side of the break. But before we go, let's quickly go over to you, Matt. Talk to us a little bit, maybe without giving away the team. Tell us a little bit about what it was like kind of playing in the AHL a little bit last season for you.
Yeah, it was really special. I mean, that league's obviously a big jump compared to the OHL. So to be able to get that experience after last season, even if it was just for 5 games, it was something that I really tried to use. I used in the summer, the way I trained, the way that I saw that a lot of their guys trained, and bringing it into this season as well. I mean, it's a fast-paced league. There's not many room for mistakes. There are not many scoring chances, so you got to make the most of every day and be a pro every day, and you got to enjoy it because it's a fun sport.
Absolutely, yep. All right, so we encourage you to join us for the rest of the show. We have Bears Den on the other side of the break, where Aidan Dudas is actually 5 for 5 last year, so let's see if he can keep that up as well. He's got a new partner with Matt Struthers. Let's see how well these guys can do. We encourage you to stay with us. Still have a lot more on the other side of the break here on Attack Wrap on Rogers TV.
Queer people were usually not the ones at the forefront of crafting these narratives.
It's not about me, it's about what I represent. What is this lesbian thing you speak of?
You can't put two men together. You can do that.
Are they? Are they? They are!
People stood up and said, this show is meaningful to me and here's why.
I took this picture of my wife when she was near death, waiting for a liver transplant. And this is her now.
Hello, I'm Lise Breckenridge. A liver transplant saved my life.
What can I say? You be the judge.
Your donation will help Canadians understand the importance of pledging to be an organ donor,
And it will help save the lives of so many more.
as it has for us.
Are you the type who would keep going or stop? It's not easy to stop when you have an addiction. Legalizing cannabis won't stop addiction. It trivializes its consumption. Let's be vigilant. If you need help, visit portage.ca.
Welcome back, everyone. Inside of the Rogers studio, more of Attack Wrap. We've got Matt Struthers and Aidan Dudas in studio with us. All right, so it's time for Bears Den. You guys have... Actually, I don't know if you've done it yet.
I don't think I've played.
You have not played yet. All right, so basically, this is the name of the game. I'm going to go and I'm going to ask you a question about Dudas. He's going to write down his correct answer. You're going to try to guess that answer. Then we'll go vice versa. We'll see how well you guys know one another with you back here in the scenic city of Owen Sound. So let's start right away. We'll kind of jump into something pretty quick here. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say what team it is, but let's continue with the trivia question that I was mentioning about Matt Struthers. How many goals did Matt Struthers have in the 5 games that he played in the AHL?
Easy money.
Do I write it?
Oh yeah, we both write it. Just poke myself. Oops.
All right, flip it around, show the camera.
Oh God.
All right, 1. Yeah, that's correct. Was that pretty cool scoring?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was on the power play too, so I guess I'm a power play guy.
Oh, specialist and best looking guy in the CHL.
Yeah.
Best looking guy in the CHL. You got to start putting that as your Twitter handle.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, Aidan's so good to me. It makes me feel so good about myself and stuff. But,
all right, we'll make this pretty easy here. We'll go for this one is for Matt Struthers. How many siblings does Aidan Dudas have? And you can't do what Andrew Parrott and Matt Guzza would do. Guzza would write like this, and then Parrott would see his answer.
I didn't see.
All right, flip it over. 4. All right. That is actually something I don't think I knew about you.
And you know a lot about me.
I do. I do know quite a bit about you.
Oh yeah.
I even know your morning routine from last year.
Oh, you know everything. You know my whole day routine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go to cyberspace.
So tell us, so are you the middle child?
No.
No? Are you older or younger?
I am the youngest by far.
Youngest by far?
No, not by far, by 2 years, but I'm still the youngest.
Okay. All the other siblings play hockey?
They did. I have 2 stepbrothers.
Okay.
One's 27, one's 29, and the 27-year-old played pro hockey in Germany, actually.
Nice.
And then my oldest stepbrother, he kind of quit hockey in end of high school.
Okay.
And then I have a biological brother that's 2 years older than me, and he quit hockey too around the end of high school time too.
Okay. Nice.
Shout out Kunzi.
Kunzi, if you're watching.
Okay, we'll go with the exact same thing here. We'll say, how many siblings does Matt Struthers have? Wow, I gotta start making these questions harder. You guys are just nailing this out of the park.
Yeah, we're dating. We've been together for almost 6 months now. I've fallen in love.
Okay, older or younger siblings, right?
They're both younger.
Okay.
Yep. 2 brothers, Ryan and Josh. How old?
How old? One's 2 years younger than you, one's 4 years younger.
Yeah. No.
Jeez.
No? Oh.
3 and 5.
Oh, yeah, 3 and 5.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
The grade 12 and grade 10.
Okay.
Yeah, they keep it real.
They're beauties. They're beauties.
Yeah.
Are you instilling some of your hockey wisdom in them?
Oh, yeah.
And
a lot of wisdom.
We just wrestle all the time. So that's pretty fun, too.
Yeah. One brother's like 6'7", if that matters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun fact.
It was almost like interviewing Caleb Lawrence last night. I almost had to stand on a soapbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big unit, they call him.
We'll go with... we'll do another one to Matt Struthers because Aidan, I think I asked you this one last year. Matt Struthers' favorite pregame meal? All right, flip this around. Chicken scampi is udon noodles. Udon noodles is a right answer. Look at
Kelly told me.
Oh, this is my Billa mom, and if she's watching, love you, Kelly.
Yeah, chicken scampi. I love my billets too.
Were you shocked that he knew?
I was actually really surprised that he knew.
I know a lot of stuff that you don't know about yourself.
That's good.
All right, we'll do Aidan Dudas's go-to order at Tim Hortons.
Like what? Like a coffee?
Beverage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is quite simple. Sorry, I'm not a great speller.
It's okay. Round. Medium, double, medium, regular.
Yeah, I go back and forth. The last time you picked me up, I had a regular.
Okay.
But I'm usually a double dubsy.
Okay. So do you want to give him the point?
Yeah, give him the point for sure. I should have put slash because I knew like he likes chicken scampi slash udon noodles. So I should have put a slash, but that's totally my bad.
Okay.
Don't worry about that one.
All right, so medium, regular, medium, double, whatever Aidan Dudas is feeling that night. We'll go with. Who, this is just a free-for-all question, who has the worst taste of music in the locker room? Somebody you're just like, come on, man, like this is bad.
Wait.
We got Megatron lover.
It's Brady Lyle. Megatron. He loves Megatron remixes.
Yeah, they're like really
Like if you're going to a rave?
Yeah, like rave music almost.
He doesn't seem like the rave kind of guy.
Oh, he big time.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, if you want to go to Veld, you might catch Brady there.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So that's what Brady Lyle's listening to now.
Yeah.
Well, hey, whatever he's doing, it's obviously working well for him.
Oh, his head's going to be big now. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
he's a pure sniper.
Oh, he's a pure grinder sniper.
All right. We'll do another free-for-all question here. Guy with the hardest shot on the team. Is this over?
Sorry.
Oh. All right. Rating Lyle, Sam Sedley. Okay, so elaborate how both of you guys have Sam Sedley on here as well as Brady Lyle.
Brady has a, what would you call it? A rocket wand.
I'd call it a boomstick.
Yeah.
and
Sam
Sedley can't raise the puck from the blue line to the net.
Yeah, so we were just making a little joke because we're jokesters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can call us the jokesters.
Yeah, if you want to call us that.
How is Igor? I hear Igor's got a pretty decent shot too.
Is that Chibrikov?
Yeah, that's Igor Chibrikov. Yeah, he's got a good shot. It's like deceptive good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah,
all right.
It's tall.
We'll go with, let's see, Aidan, I want you to tell me one of Matt Struthers' superstitions before, or like a pregame ritual before game time. Something that he does.
Well, like, there's like basic stuff.
Okay.
Like, can I put like, I don't want to say it because like it's just saying it, but like, am I trying to get deep into his ritual, or can I just say something like?
You can just do basic if you want. You can kind of freak him out with how well you know his ritual too.
Yeah, that's true.
While these two gentlemen are writing this out, let's throw up our trivia question here again about Matt Struthers. So Matt Struthers played in the AHL. He played 5 games in the Ontario Hockey League in 2018-2019. What team did he play for? That's what we're looking for. I'll give you the hint. They're affiliated with the Montreal Canadiens. If I can't get any more obvious than that, I don't know. Michael McNiven played there too.
Yeah.
Was he there when you?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Aidan's writing a novel over here. This is good. You're running out of board there.
I got it.
All right. Flip this over. So we'll do Struthers first. He makes the hair look nice out of the helmet. So that's a big thing. He tapes his stick, goes to cyberspace, wet his hair to make it look good out of the helmet. So he took it 2 steps further.
Yeah, he got a little deeper than I did.
Yeah.
I just did the most important one.
Make his hair look nice.
What's the inside joke here on going to cyberspace?
It's just like you get really dialed in before the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you can also go to like Knoxville.
Okay.
But it's usually cyberspace.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, that was very impressive. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
5 for 5, 6 for 6. I'll grab these
Can
back.
you put these here?
Yeah, you can just put them behind you. Impressive.
Yeah, that was pretty good, actually.
That was pretty good. Aidan, he's a champ at this. He knows this like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
So
we spend every day together.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
How many naps do we take together in the summer,
what we do
right?
behind closed doors is insane. So.
All right. Okay. So with that being said, let's go over to our interview. We were able to catch up with, I believe it was assistant coach Joey Hishon after the game on Monday night. So let's take a look.
Hey, Joey.
Mark McKelvey standing ringside following the Owen Sound Attacks 5-4 loss here tonight to the Oshawa Generals, joined by assistant coach Joey Hishon. And Joey, a back and forth affair here tonight, a game where you guys had a 1-goal lead 3 times and ultimately came back early in the third. What'd you make of the performance here tonight? It came right down to the wire, but felt like you guys probably could have had this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a frustrating outcome for us. I thought we played pretty well in the first period. We came out really strong, and then a little bit frustrating to give those 3 leads up. I don't think they earned a lot of their scoring chances. I thought we gave them to them, which is always frustrating, but it is what it is. Obviously, we got to get back to the drawing board.
What do you chalk that up to when you have 1 turnover that leads to a goal, but then there's a few more throughout the game? Is that just sometimes a mental thing for your team?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't think turnovers were a huge issue for us tonight. I thought we did a pretty good job managing the puck. It was more of our D-zone coverage. I thought there was a few breakdowns that cost us, and obviously when that happens, they got some firepower and some highly skilled players that are able to put the puck in the net.
Unusual Monday night game for your team after Saturday's postponement. What was the last couple days like for this team preparing, since your last game wasn't since Friday?
Yeah, we took the Saturday off. We gave them the day off. Then we practiced last night here at the Bay Shore, and I thought we had a really good skate. Guys got their puck touches in. Everyone worked real hard and had a pretty good feeling coming in tonight, and I think that showed the way we started. But obviously a few D-zone breakdowns, and we end up losing the game.
This starts a busy stretch for your hockey club, as you guys have got Sarnia Wednesday and then crucial games against Erie this weekend. Are you looking at the standings right now, and is your team thinking about how important these games are?
Absolutely. The standings are extremely tight in the Western Conference this year. You all know that. So probably I don't think I've ever seen a conference this tight. Definitely got to be on our A game. Playoff hockey starts right now. I mean, it started tonight. We let one slip away, but every game from here on out is playoff type atmosphere.
All right, Joey, thanks for doing this, and best of luck this week.
Thanks for having me.
All right, the Owen Sound Attack, as mentioned, back in action Wednesday night when they host the Sarnia Sting.
Well, thanks a lot, Mark McKelvey. Obviously, nice interview there. Nice to be able to pick Joey Hishon's mind after the game there. We do have a caller on the line with us. Who do we have on the line here? Hello? Hi, who's this calling in?
Chenille.
Hi, Chenille. How are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
Good. Do you have the answer to our trivia question?
Yes.
What would it be?
Laval Rockets.
You're absolutely correct. Yes, the Laval Rockets is where Matt Struthers played 5 games in the American Hockey League. So congratulations, you won a pair of tickets to tomorrow night's game. Do you have any questions for these guys?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for calling in. Stay on the line so we can get all of your information. All right, so thank you very much for calling in there. We encourage you to still keep calling in, despite the fact that there aren't any more tickets left. Still, this is the opportunity. Unless you stop these guys in the Tim Hortons drive-thru, they're busy guys. This is the time that you want to go and interview them. Matt, let's jump into your arrival back to Owen Sound. I know we briefly chatted about it during an interview, but tell me what your thought was. You're in North Bay. You get the call that you've been traded back to Owen Sound. What's kind of going through your head at that moment?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, first off, I want to say my time in North Bay was great. You know, I enjoyed my year and a half that I was there. You know, I'm grateful for the management and the fans and the friends and relationships that I made while I was there. But yeah, like you said, I mean, getting the call back to come here to finish my junior career where it started. You know, anytime you get traded, it's tough, but you know, to get traded back somewhere where you started and everybody's like Aidan and Brady and you know, Goose and guys like that were here before when I was here. You know, it's pretty special. I knew all the coaches and obviously Dale, so you know, I'm pretty grateful to be able to be back here and you know, hopefully go on a long playoff run this March.
If there was one big thing that you had to take away from your time in North Bay to bring to your game and help elevate your game, what would that be?
Yeah, I think you know, when I was first in Owen Sound, I was playing, you know, more reserve minutes, playing in the bottom 6 role. I got to go to North Bay and play with Justin Brazo, play against top top defensemen and top guys around the league every single night. So that really helped me, and then obviously to come back here and a team that's more in a win now mode than North Bay unfortunately was this year. It helps me a lot to play with guys like Aidan, having played with guys like Braz and stuff last year helps me a lot. Hopefully we can start to get clicking and really get some chemistry going in the rest of the season.
And Aidan, for somebody like yourself who you were with Matt Struthers before he got traded, now we're back with him. Is it kind of cool to see maybe the evolution in his game from when he was first here to him being back here now?
Yeah, it's cool to see, guys develop in different ways and on their own times. And, Matt developed, really well when he went to North Bay. And obviously last year he had a great year, put up a lot of points and, kind of was dominant every time he was on the ice. So obviously I'm happy, and, the whole team and organization is happy to have him back. And not only for on-ice stuff, he's, a great room guy. And, to add on to all that stuff, he's a great looking guy too. So,
really, just giving you all the accolades.
Yeah, I feel great. I'll be honest. Thanks, buddy.
No worries, buddy.
So, trade deadline was here and then it was gone. You do lose a guy in somebody who's been here since day one of his career in Dalen Grew, somebody who's good friends with you, Aidan. Tell us a little bit about what's it like to, you're kind of in that mode where you build bonds with these guys, and it is hard to see them leave, but he's going to another good hockey team.
Yeah, he's been here all 4 years that I was here, and the first year when I was 16 and he was 16, we were at different billet houses, and we kind of became really close. And I said to my billets, or I think it was Dalen who, every time he came over, would say to my billets, like, "I'm moving in here next year. I'm moving in here next year." Like, we kind of just knew that it was the right thing to do, and my billets were okay with it. And he moved in, and we created even a better bond. And obviously between us two and our billets, it's a fun house, and a lot of great memories been had in that house. And it was sad to see him leave, but he's been playing really well in Ottawa, and he's been given a good opportunity there.
Was it did it sting a little bit, the fact that he scored on you guys when you guys went to Ottawa?
Yeah, it was weird, and he went by our bench and did some sort of like wave thing with his hand. We were all chirping him, so it was a little bit weird. But we talked to him after, and he said he loves it there, and the guys are all great guys there too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take kind of a look at the season in a nutshell. I know obviously still got a lot of games left to go, but you guys started off very well. We're in a little bit of a slump there, kind of. You're clawing your way back, so to speak. You look at this rookie core that you have, and you guys were both mentioning it before we even went on air. You got a good nucleus of rookies this year, Aidan.
Yeah, anytime a team has 4 or 5, 6 rookies, it seems like a young team, but I think the rookies are fitting in really well, and they're playing their roles very well and to the best of their abilities, and that's all we can ask from them. And as long as they keep building confidence and getting better every day, it'll be good for not only them but the whole team.
Matt, from being a guy who is an overager, your final season in the Ontario Hockey League, what's some kind of wisdom that you've been able to try to maybe pass down to some of these younger guys who are up and coming, have a lot of talent?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the biggest cliche in the OHL, but time flies. I mean, I remember I was 16 here with Nick Suzuki and Marcus Phillips, and now Marcus is actually back, but Nick's playing in the NHL, and it feels like just yesterday. So you got to enjoy it. You got to make sure every day is a day you're getting better and not staying the same, because you want to obviously develop. And with the group of rookies that we have, I think something special could be happening in Owen Sound in the upcoming years. So if they want to lean on me, hopefully they can. And like I said, you got to enjoy every second because it goes by really fast.
Couple minutes left, guys. So you got 3 big games coming up. You've got one tomorrow night, and then away on the road in Erie. Aidan, tell us a little bit about tomorrow night's game first. Obviously, that's the primary game that you're focusing on. How important is it to really try to rack up a couple points this weekend?
Yeah, it's probably the biggest game tomorrow and the biggest 3 games that we'll play in the whole season probably. So tomorrow's a must-win, and we have to do everything in our power to get the 2 points. And obviously Sarnia and Erie are both in the same conference as us, and they're both right there at the in the standings. So if we want to move up in the standings, we got to win these next 3 games, and it all starts tomorrow.
Matt, have you ever seen a Western Conference this jam-packed before with so many teams? Not really a real front runner here, so many teams in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a good Western Conference before, I can say that, but for it to be this close and this much parity, I mean, it's pretty crazy. No teams out of it. The bottom group isn't that far from the top group, and even in the top group, there's about 4 teams that are right there within each other. So, every night's tough. Coming from the East, I realized pretty quickly that every night's really tough here in the West, and not to say that it's not in the East, but I mean, every game is like a playoff game, and everyone, is trying to jockey for position come March. So. Obviously not one West team sold, so everyone thinks that they can win. Obviously we gotta make sure we play well and set ourselves up nicely for the end of March and into April.
All right, and Matt, we actually have a caller in the line, somebody that you know very well. We have Dave Struthers on the line with us. He's calling in. Dave, how are you here tonight?
It's Ryan. I got a question, Matthew.
Okay.
Who is the better hockey player out of the brothers?
Who's the better hockey player out of the brothers?
Out of us 3 or just him and Josh?
Well, not you.
You're definitely better than Josh. Josh is pretty bad at hockey. Thanks for calling, bud.
Ryan, come on. Hi, Leslie.
Shut up, dude.
All right, well, we appreciate your call in, Ryan. Thank you very much. Obviously, trying to throw a couple digs at you there.
Yeah.
Is it nice having your family kind of watch you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty lucky over my 5 years. My parents don't miss many games, even in North Bay. They would drive hours and hours, and not the greatest weather, obviously, playing in North Bay and Owen Sound. So I'm very grateful, and they're going to make these memories a whole lot better because they've been there for most of them.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in. I know you guys have a busy schedule, but it was a lot of fun, and all the best on tomorrow's game, and hopefully you guys don't just walk away with 2 or 4 points, but you walk away with maybe 6 points. So, thanks again, guys. For you viewers out there, we thank you very much for calling in or joining us here. We'll have 2 more members of the Owen Sound Attack in studio with us next week, so be prepared for that. Should be an exciting one, only here on Attack Wrap.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
I joined because I wanted to help others.
To be a part of something bigger.
To show my kids what's important.
I joined to make my community stronger.
To make a difference in someone's life.
To acknowledge that our freedoms come at a cost.
I joined to honor my mom.
My grandpa.
My neighbor.
Everyone who served.
Who are serving still.
I joined.
I joined.
I joined the Legion.
We're here for you and your wife. Valentina, Lucia, Beto, Emilio, I'm sorry.
We have no other family here. Besides my parents, it's just me.